Good afternoon. I'm going to try and continue on the basis of what we have covered this morning. So we're going to put details onto what we said in the morning into enabling seafarers for the energy transition. In our industry today, there is one question that resonates louder with every year. This is what we are discussing today, basically. Are our seafarers equipped with the skills and knowledge that they need to thrive? We know that the world is embracing a cleaner, more sustainable energy future, and we face radical shifts in technology. And our industry is at the forefront of this transition. We are now in the middle of a crossroad of a massive transformation, which means being proactive and being ready to prepare our seafarers to face the challenges head-on becomes more critical than ever. It is projected by the mid-2030s, if everything goes well, 800,000 seafarers will require additional training to safely operate vessels powered by zero carbon fuels like ammonia, hydrogen, or methanol. Now, combine the shift to greener technologies with a fast pace of technological innovation, this equals to a steep learning curve. So our challenge now is clear, but so is the solution. Empowering our seafarers with the right competence through innovative learning solutions. But then more questions arise. How proactive are we in preparing our seafarers to navigate the challenges and stay ahead of the steep learning curve? How prepared are we as crew and ship managers to close the knowledge gap that is being created? So in the next few minutes, I will try to answer these questions that you see on your screen. In short, the answer to the first question is no, while the answer to the next two questions is yes, but I'm sure you would like to know why. So let's start with the scenario. This is Carlos, a seasoned mariner with over 2 decades at sea. He has spent years mastering diesel engines and traditional navigation systems, but today, Carlos is facing a new world. His ship's propulsion systems are transitioning to hydrogen, while advanced automation has taken over most of the many navigational skills. So suddenly the skills that Carlos has been relying for years no longer seem enough. What Carlos is experiencing today mirrors the coming reality for thousands of seafarers as we embrace zero carbon fuels. This shift represents the need to change in equipment, additional skills, and a complete transformation in how we train, upskill, and prepare our people. For crew managers, for ship owners, for us, this is a call to action. So let's first take a look at some of the areas that Carlos will need further development on. Alternative fuels. Alternative fuels have different properties, storage requirements, and safety protocols. Training on those should cover hazards and risks associated with ammonia, hydrogen, and methanol, including their toxicity, flammability, and reactivity. It should also cover bunkering operations for fuel storage and fuel cell maintenance, together with emergency response training for fuel leaks and accidents. Of course, next is propulsion technologies. Here we should be able to cover fuel cell systems, hybrid engines and their performance and their maintenance, integration of electrical propulsion systems into traditional mechanical systems, and monitoring of diagnostic tools to ensure system efficiency and safety. We wouldn't leave behind environmental and regulatory compliance. As decarbonization is heavily regulated, courses in environmental standards are essential. We covered that this morning as well. And we're talking about IMO regulations regarding emissions and fuel standards, compliance with MARPOL conventions, and new energy efficiency measures. Digital technologies like automation and remote monitoring will become standard, which means we need to train our seafarers in remote operation technologies and the use of digital twins for ship systems. Our seafarers will also need to advance their knowledge on cybersecurity to be protected against hacking and automated systems. Lastly, we need to prepare our crew to manage risks. They need to be able to run risk assessments and mitigation strategies. human factors training to reduce human error, and high-risk environments, and health and safety protocols for working with zero carbon fuels. So those are only a few of the areas that we will need to cover in order to cover the skills gap. Now, we've talked about the skills that Carlos needs. What about the training methods? One can say that any training is training, and that even traditional e-learning will cover the gap. However, given our times, given how fast the skills gap is growing, and given that there are innovative learning ways existing today, isn't responsible to choose the most effective, most engaging ways to instill knowledge to our seafarers? So let's see a few of them. Let's explore those a bit. First one is role-based, self-directed learning. This approach adapts to the specific needs of each seafarer, allowing each of our Carloses to take charge of their own learning. This means that a junior engineer or a cadet or a chief officer will have their own learning paths tailored to their own unique responsibilities. We came to understand that this is the personalized approach maximizes efficiency and ensures seafarers are learning exactly what they need when they need it. Through the years, we've also seen that self-directed learning is particularly powerful for our maritime professionals. Seafarers can access modules when it suits them, revisiting content whenever they need to, allowing for a more flexible and continuous learning experience. Adaptive learning. Our systems can now adjust based on individual progress, based on individual assessment of knowledge and competency. So we identify knowledge gaps in real time, and we ensure that each seafarer's learning path is personalized. So we address the exact areas where they need improvement without wasting time of what they already mastered. Beyond just technical platforms, digital platforms, educational technologies evolving rapidly. Based on experience, simulation-based training has proven to be incredibly effective in reducing knowledge gaps by immersing seafarers into real-world scenarios, enabling them to practice high-risk areas in a safe, controlled environment. Take, for example, the ECTIS training. Over the years, we have evolved this training from static classroom learning to dynamic remote online ECTIS training, and then to online simulation training with predefined scenarios. Now we are moving to a digital twin era, where virtual replicas of the physical systems will allow for a more complex, in-depth scenarios with endless possibilities. So this progress reflects the broader shift we are seeing from reactive, traditional e-learning to proactive, technology-driven solutions. Looking at the future, immersive environments will play an even greater role. Virtual reality and augmented reality, those are already in motion. We'll offer immersive training sessions to seafarers so they can walk through the ship's engine room and navigate complex scenarios. So by seeing those innovations, what are the benefits of those to crew managers and ship owners? For crew managers, the ability to standardize training across fleets is it's a significant advantage. Platforms that provide centralized access to training materials provide consistency, which means we reduce administrative burden. For ship owners, digital learning helps reduce risk. It's effective and efficient, which means a well-trained crew minimizes operational errors. So as we move forward to zero carbon fuels and more automated operations, the potential risk will be enormous. Investing in cutting-edge digital technologies and digital learning will be the power that will bring to our future. And for both, it's a powerful recruitment tool, offering our seafarers access to advanced learning opportunities, demonstrates a commitment to their professional growth, making your company an attractive employer. Lastly, trying to conclude, the energy transition is inevitable, and the knowledge gap it creates is significant. But with the right tools, proactive approach, we can close the gap by embracing role-based, self-directed, and adaptive learning and leveraging cutting-edge educational technologies. We can ensure that our seafarers are ready for the future. Thank you very much.